Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about my nonprofit organization that I've been researching this term in our social issues and technology class through Herzing University. I chose healthcare as my basic to start with, and then when we dug deeper into our nonprofit organizations, I chose a local one to my area, which is Northeast Ohio. And the name of it is called New Direction Incorporated, and it's located in Cleveland, Ohio. It services thousands of people, adolescents, youth, or young people all over the area that are struggling with addiction, with mental health, that need just some family counseling. They really do a wide variety of different things. They do have government support, but sometimes that's beneficial and sometimes that's not. It really just depends. I wanted to choose, right now we have a heroin epidemic in our area that is just taking over. Every day you turn on the news and you're hearing of overdoses in this location and overdoses here. So this one, I chose something that was going to help that. And heroin use has doubled among young adults over the past decade, which is insane. It's always been an issue, but recently it's become a lot more of an issue, a lot bigger of an issue. And things have to change because it's taking way too many of our young way too soon. Each company is going to have their own individual strengths and weaknesses and things like that. What I liked about New Direction is their success rates were really high. They have over a 90% satisfaction rate for their residential treatment. So patients that stay there and get treatment are saying that it's helping. They're saying that it's getting better. Their addiction is helping. They have the counseling that they need. They have the resources that they need. And a lot of times that's what these people need. So when we dug into a problem and what can we do? What's a solution? I looked into a clean needle exchange. And the reason for this is because HIV is going nuts right now because of the way heroin is rising so quickly. These people are using dirty needles. They're not making the best decisions. They're not thinking before they act. And they're sharing needles with people that they shouldn't be, even if you don't know. A lot of times these people are passing on this disease to each other and they're not even knowing that they're doing it. So what I wanted to say was if we do a clean needle exchange, not only are these people going to be coming to us and we know that they have a problem and we can give them the resources that we need to help them, but on top of that, we're now going to have a better tracking system. With the technology today, there's so many options of how we could keep these statistics and different things that we could register that right now we're not. Right now they're out in the open, they're in the community, they're doing their own thing, and we have no idea of how often they're using, who they're sharing it with. At this point, we're going to have a name database. We're going to have how often they're coming into the clinic, how often they're utilizing the resources. And once they start to build that trust and that bond, they're more likely to keep coming back. And it's not just giving them free needles. I know a lot of people say, well, you're just enabling them. And I can understand with that a little bit because at a point you are, but at the same time, you're building a relationship with these people so that they are more likely to come back to you when they are ready to get help. At the end of the day, you cannot help an addict until they are actually ready themselves to get help. So you're building this relationship with them the whole time that they're coming in, but you're also getting information that's going to better help treat this person and the next person and the next person and the next person, which is going to be ultimately a huge help for the community. We're getting the needles off. Not only are we giving them the needles, but they're going to bring back their dirty needles. So we're going to be a disposal station as well that's then getting these dirty needles that may or may not be infected off of the streets. I've read articles in our newspaper where they're finding these dirty needles on playgrounds and parks and things out in the community that all of our young children are going and playing. I don't want to have to worry about if I take my child to the park, if they're going to walk and maybe accidentally step on an HIV infected needle. It's a step in the right direction. It's not going to work overnight, but it's definitely a step in the right direction to start getting these people into us and start getting them the help that they need and helping the community at the same time. This project proved to be very difficult for me. I was just I struggled with a solution that was going to really truly benefit without being too biased. But there's a lot of controversy around this topic, and I decided to go with it anyways because it is very popular. And at the end of the day, this is something that's going to help us. And I hope that when thinking about this, you think about all the benefits and not just the negatives behind it. With everything, there's going to be positives and negatives. And I just think that statistics do show ultimately having this kind of program, putting a clean needle exchange into effect, is going to ultimately help our community more than it's going to hurt them, because they're going to do the drugs anyways. Why not try to give them a safer outlet that also opens up the resources while building the relationship and the bond to help them get better and get the help that they need, which is ultimately what we need. I hope that something like this can get into effect near us soon, and because I haven't heard of any programs that are actually nearby that do this, and hopefully this comes into our area soon. I think that we could really benefit from it. I enjoyed learning about this nonprofit and all the things that they have to offer. It's nice to know that places like this do exist, and I am all for advocating getting people the help that they need. Thank you for the opportunity to learn all about this and kind of get the ins and outs, and have a great evening. Bye.